What is up, everybody? Hope you guys all enjoyed your weekend. I had a great time. Hung out with my friend. Had some nice whiskey on the rocks. I tried out some Bird Dog. It's not bad. It's a blueberry flavored whiskey. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But anyways, welcome to Trades. We get technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I am not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some pretty bad medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money in the market. And I'm happy to say that I am not only doing well, I'm financially free at the age of 23, but I'm doing pretty well for myself as well. So can't complain at all. If I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me, make the community a little bit better off than it was before, that's all a guy can ask for. Lastly, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, as I do post videos every day, and I will be giving a Sunday penny play playlist. Say that 3 times, the triple P, baby, every single Sunday. So if you'd like to join the journey on that, make sure that you keep a watch on. So quick shout out to the guys over the Patreon. We are 94 members strong now. We are Diney, Tarek, Angie, Jeff, Ian, Tan, Zhao, Makisu, Desmond, KD. Sorry if I said any of your names wrong. I really do apologize. I try my best. They will have access to the private Discord, as well as real-time insight to my personal trading. And a lot of the plays that I come here with and present to you guys are brought up to me at the Patreon, so it is a great tool. There's a link in the description box down below if you're interested. Now, one of the other penny plays that we're going to be covering today is ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corporation. I just got done covering AZX, what was the ticker on that? On my watch list. AZRX, as well as ACST, and ZOM is another third penny play to keep on your watch list. And we're going to cover a couple different things here. So we're going to look at this from a macroscopic and microscopic perspective. I'll show you the 1-month chart as well as the 2-day 1-minute chart. We're going to take a look at the overall volume trend, the RSI indicator, the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. We're going to take a look at the 200 EMA exponential moving average, which is an average valuation cost trend line over a 200-day moving period, as well as a 20-day VAMA, the volume adjusted moving average, which is a 20-day average trend line that takes into consideration overall volume and adjusts the trend line accordingly. We're also going to take a look at some different technical setups that we're seeing currently on the stock, and potential entry and exit points based on current support and resistance levels. So if you're not familiar with what ZOM is, they are a developmental stage company. They created products for companion animals by focusing on the unmet needs of clinical veterinarians. It plans to offer novel diagnostics and therapeutics that focus on patient health and practice health. And man, the medical scene, the biopharma sector is so freaking hot right now. That's where all the money is going, and we are definitely riding that with all of our penny plays. You will notice a trend that every penny play I present to you today is in that biopharma sector, and ZOM is no exception. They do have a pretty decent following on stock too. It's about 53,000 people, so a downside with this stock is we are not quite beating the hype. There has been a run up. There is a lot of talk about the stock, so you are not necessarily chasing, but you are missing out on some margins that you could have had earlier. Now, I did cover this stock recently. It would have been 3, 4, 5 days ago or so. And I said to you guys, pay attention to the stock. It has potential. It was a subscriber requested video. So, thank you very much to the subscriber that brought it up to my attention. But we have extra confirmation, as Chris SAIN did say he was bullish on this stock and does consider this one of his weekly penny stocks to pay attention to. So that is huge. And why that is huge is because YouTubers and influencers can affect the market. And a great instance of this, if we pull up YouTube right now, I don't know if you guys watched my my APXT video, but there is a finance YouTuber named Richard Allen, and he put out a video saying, hey guys, there's this news article that came out on APXT. This is a huge buy. We should see a spike overall in the price action, etc., etc. And then if we pull up, Fidelity right now, take a look at the charts, APXT, and we look here, you can see in the pre-market or the after hours as I was, that we saw a spike in volume. And this guy has a 30,000, following subscriber, number on his name. So he's got 30,000 subscribers, and that's really not that much, right? Compared to some other huge YouTubers And the spike in price action here is very indicative of the power of YouTubers. So Chris SAIN even mentioning the name of ZOM could do some crazy things to the stock. Of course, I'm not saying that we're doing that here, at Trades, right? That's not what I'm intending at all. But that is something to pay attention to, right? Because it is going to bring in new people to buy the stock. It is going to gain some traction, some hype, and that is something to take into consideration when we're weighing the overall, catalyst upcoming that could push the stock price up. Is he holds a lot of value and a lot of people listen to what he has to say. So do keep that in the back of your mind. One thing that I don't particularly like about ZOM is the news catalysts that are available on the internet. If we do a quick Google search on ZOM Stock News, the most recent is 2 days ago, and before that, we're looking at 6 days, 4 days, 6 days. So there's not really any upcoming news catalysts that I can see, right? And when we're when we're getting into a penny stock play, we're looking for a couple different confirmations, right? We're looking for confirmation on the technical analysis side of things. We're looking for upcoming news catalysts, and we're looking to beat the hype and find a perfect entry point, right? And we have most of those requirements met. But what I'm not particularly liking is I haven't found any recent upcoming catalysts regarding news, regarding public relations, any sort of financials. There's not much coming out on ZOM, right? So this swing trade, we're missing one category on saying, hey, this is a perfect, hit the ball out of the park, penny play stock for the week. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I will leave a link to this article that was published on January 8th, which was Friday of last week. But it's just running you through why Zomedica stock soared, and it has something to do with furthering the veterinarian health company's sharp gains since November. They talk about different things that they're doing within the company. They're talking about on November 13th, Zomedica announced it would begin selling its promising TrueForma point-of-care diagnostic platform. And November 13th was a while ago, guys. So I really think this is already factored into the overall price action that we're seeing on the stock. So just keep that in the back of your mind. That is one thing that I don't particularly like, is we're missing a news catalyst. However, the technical setup on the stock does look very, very nice. And we have a couple different confirmations. We're seeing a little bump in volume here on ZOM, just like we did on JAGX. When that stock hit off, if we go back here, I brought this to you guys' attention when it was about 80 cents, right? We see this crossover on the EMA and the VAMA. We see this little bump in volume. I got us into this. Some people were up 250%, 300%, 400% on this stock, and this was a huge indicator. So if you follow this channel for a while, you know that I pay very close attention to the overall volume action that is happening on a stock. And we're seeing that same thing happen again with ZOM, right? We saw this little bump before it ran up here, and then a huge spike, a huge run up where you could have, swung this trade and made an absolutely filthy margin. And we're seeing that same thing happen again, right? So a nice little looking bump in volume, maybe 2 or 3 times the usual volume, which is just enough to spike a little volatility, get some traction, get some attention, bring some new investors and traders into the equation, and that's looking really nice. We are currently in an ascending wedge, which is a great bullish formation. If we can break through this overall trend line, that is going to drive some pretty crazy volatility, and it does look like we are approaching that very steadily. So keep that in the back of your mind. That maybe something you watch for if you do have a brokerage account that you can pull up a chart on. Just drop a trend line from the highest point on January 5th and connect it to the current price point on the last trading day, and you will see this overall trend line. And if we extend this, you should see exactly where you're looking for this to meet, right? So push this back down to where we were looking, connect it. Come on, mouse, there we go. Connect it here. Connected here. You're looking somewhere around here, right? That's what you're going to be looking for on the ascending wedge formation that we're having right now. We do have the crossover on the 200 EMA and the VAMA, which is great. The more that this VAMA is above the 200 EMA, the more of a gap that we see on the charts, the more bullish a stock is. And we are currently gapping up even more in the last trading day, which is absolutely beautiful to see. We are approaching overbought territory, and historically speaking, we kind of have a mixed bag here. So, we have seen 44 before, 47. We have dipped down to 30 in oversold territory coming off of an overbought, run. But typically we're looking at the low to mid 40s. So the corrections haven't been too harsh. You can see after this previous run up, we did correct a little bit. The overall high was about 58 cents. We corrected all the way down to, I'd say we consolidated very well in that 40-cent range. So you gave back about, 50% of the overall gains there. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind when you're weighing whether to get into this stock or not. We do currently have support and resistance levels right here. We have 35 cents as a nice level of support. We see this action right here. Previous level of resistance, great confirmation. Another level of support at 40 cents. So a couple good candlesticks touching here. Previous level of resistance. That is awesome. We're seeing a lot of price action in that zone. And then currently the last level of support that I'm looking at is right around here at about 48.5 cents. And we are currently trading just above that. So the overall lying resistance level we're going to be looking at is this overall high, sitting at 59 cents. So just be watching for that. If we do push through 59 cents, the next level that I would be watching for is probably about 75, as traders do like to keep things as simple as they possibly can. And that is going to be a very nice even round number. We're all very like-minded people. So it's looking very solid. I'd watch for a potential entry point. If we do come back down to this 40-cent range, that would be a very solid place to start. I think you're going to see a pretty solid return on your investment. However, if you do not see a pullback, just keep in mind that if you do chase the stock, there is more risk involved, right? We are trading quite a bit above where we were a month ago. So if this does correct, we're first going to be looking at this 40-cent resistance, but then, back down if we push through that support level, 23 cents is, where we see a lot of price action. So just make sure that you weigh the overall risk that you want to take in this stock. It does seem to be trending upward. We do have very nice bullish movement. The overall trend in the last month is bullish. Things are looking very promising for ZOM at this given moment. So it's looking really nice. I like this. This is probably my third favorite penny stock play. Chris SAIN is bullish on this, and as we can see by Richard Allen, YouTubers do influence price action in the market. So that is something to keep in the back of your mind. If you get up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% in this stock, make sure that you lock in profits, especially since I don't see any upcoming news catalysts that people are going to be anticipating and buying hype on, and you're not seeing the FOMO here. The predictability of the price action on the stock is not as high as something like AZRX, where we know we have an upcoming news catalyst, or ACST, where we know that we have that news catalyst, right? So just be very careful on getting into the stock if you do decide to do so. I am personally going to be keeping a watch list on this. My game plan is to sell out of both PTE and JAGX on Monday. I did get into these for pretty solid margins of return, up 250% on JAGX, up so far 28% in PTE. I do anticipate this hitting around $2 plus, and I'm being very conservative. I've seen some guys say anywhere, around $2.75 to $3. But I will be selling out of these Monday morning, and I will give a video update on when I do so and such. But just make sure that you're locking in profits on those stocks. And I will be taking that dry powder to either ZOM, AZRX, or ACST. And I have one other penny stock that I'm going to be covering later today that I want you guys to keep on your radar. So make sure that you watch for that in the next video. So if we look here at the 1 day, 1 minute chart, we do currently have support and resistance levels right here at 40 cents. Another level of support sitting right here at 43.5 cents, followed by the last level of support sitting right around 46 cents. Overlying theme of resistance, we are trading just below, currently at 49. We're just going to call that 50 cents. So pretty tight price action happening right now. And I am noticing a little bit of a wedge formation happening here. So we will draw up that overall trend line. We are trending very nicely. Just draw these up really quick. And this falls into line very well with the wedge that we saw on the 1 month chart. That's these blue lines right here, is that wedge that we saw on the 1 month chart. So that is double confirmation that we are tightening up on price action. There is a high amount of buying pressure, and I do anticipate that this stock does run up. So that is currently what we have on ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corporation. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, as I do post videos every single day. And I will be giving a hot penny playlist video every single Sunday. So if you'd like to keep up with that, just make sure that you're watching for the triple P, as I will be doing so. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is an SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month membership fee for, and it is highly what I attribute growing from 0 to 4,500 subscribers in 3 weeks to. So if you're a content creator or are looking to become one, it is a great tool to help get your videos into the eyes of your intended audience. So if you use my link, you'll receive a commission at no extra cost to you. It is a great way to support the channel. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. I'm just glad to have your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you all next time. Peace.